Well, it's Wednesday and it's midweek, today being the 8th of July 2020. Thank you very much for joining us this morning on the platform. It is the pinnacle of all discussions where we take a look at issues. Look at issues squarely as it affects our dear nation Nigeria, and also as it affects our dear state Abia State. Once again, welcome. It is the part of the morning show right here at the Morning Spice on Flow 94.9 FM, the pinnacle of all discussions, the platform. My name is Michael Oni. Now, this morning, we're taking a look at party politics as it affects far as a particular political party is concerned in Abia State, the All Progressive Grand Alliance. A lot is happening in that party, and it is happening so fast. So we're weighing into some of those allegations that have been raised on some stakeholders in the party, and also what is the future of the party. That might be decided this morning on the program, the platform on Flow 94.9 FM. Now, let's begin the conversation this morning. The Abia State governorship candidate of the All Progressive Grand Alliance, Apga, in the 2015 election and 2019 elections, Dr. Alex Otti, said those he described as bitter and broken Apga undertakers, to note he was not the one pursuing them, but the spirit of Odumegwu Ojukwu, the former leader of the party. But these aspersions didn't start just like that, no. It started when the state working committee of the party, led by its chairman, Augustine Ehimere, had a press conference that was on Monday, addressed journalists, and of course he cast aspersions on Dr. Otti for alleging that Governor Willie Obiano and the party national chairman Victor Oye were responsible for the crisis that bedeviled the party in this state. A statement was released by Ferdinand Ekioma on behalf of Alex Otti media team. The former governorship candidate said the spirit of Ojukwu was out and pursuing those who senselessly used his name against the Ikemba, what the Ikemba stood for while alive. Now, I'm quoting him, "The truth must be told. The bitter and broken Apga undertakers should know that it is not Otti that is pursuing them, but the spirit of Ojukwu, whose name was senselessly used to defraud and betray his people." Now, Otti reiterated what he said in his earlier interview that triggered the media war, that except something drastic was done to redeem the party, the forthcoming election in Anambra was already conceded. Now, this media war started with that interview granted to one of the national dailies by Dr. Alex Otti, where he said that he's no longer a member of the All Progressives Grand Alliance, and he will be making known public his next party very soon. That might be decided very soon, but there are rumors in so many quarters that he might be defecting to the All Progressives Congress, but that will be made official according to some of those peddling the rumors. But addressing the press in Umuahia, the capital of Abia State, that was on Monday, the leadership of the All Progressives Congress, led by Reverend Augustine Ehimere, said that the suspended governorship candidate of the party, Alex Otti, granted the press interview in which he falsely accused Governor Willie Obiano and Chief Victor Oye, the national leader and the national chairman of the party, respectively, for being the reason the crisis in the party for being the reason behind the crisis in the party. According to Reverend Ehimere, there has never been a crisis in the All Progressives Congress except for the one induced by Otti when in 2016 he sponsored some dissidents in the party to cause crisis by purporting to form a parallel national chairman of Apga using the late Ozo Nwabueze Okafor, which failed. He added that Otti has deceived Abians for 8 good years on the pretense that he was God sent. Well, this morning on the platform, we're ready to dig deep into some of these allegations and way forward for the All Progressive Grand Alliance and the crisis bedeviling the party. As we begin the conversation this morning with Chief UCHENNA OKOGBUE, the Deputy National Chairman of the All Progressive Grand Alliance. Glad to have you join us this morning, Chief.
Good morning.
Good morning to you. You're live on Flow 94.9 FM, and my name is Michael Oni. Now, we're taking a look at the issues in your party in Abia State. Your governorship candidate in 2019 general election in Abia State has just accused the leadership of the party, which you're a part of and you're running, that party is a Ponzi scheme in court. So how do you react to this, Chief?
Thank you, my brother, and our team in supporters in Abia State. I hope we are all keeping safe, and very soon we pray that God will remove the coronavirus, from our midst. Well, my dear brother and listeners, as much as possible, Apga and its leadership would want to avoid political sideshows and wouldn't engage in responding to such non-issues that Alex would want us to drag into. But for the interests of our teaming supporters, Alex and his few followers are baby politicians whose names cannot be found in any political record because they have no political credentials and strive on unsubstantiated propaganda. Having said that, Alex Otti is brutally wounded and he resorts to using foul language. He is coward as he tactfully removed the executive governor of Anambra State, Willie Obiano, from his press release because he knows Willie. Both of them worked in the bank. They have sown forcibly and wicked, and we reap that at the end. Having said that, he has always wanted to be the national chairman of Apga. He started that when Victor Ume gave him the ticket of the party in 2015. It's also important to note that I was the person that superintended that election in 2015, where the party made all those progress. He wanted to take over the party, but knowing his kind of person, I stopped him. I refused him. Coming to talk about the leadership of the party, I'm not sure he is in the position to do that because he doesn't even understand politics. As I said, his name cannot be found in any political credential.
Okay, Chief OKOGBUE UCHENNA, I want you to respond specifically to that particular word used in the press statement, a Ponzi scheme being run in the party, the All Progressives Grand Alliance. We saw so many things that happened. Journalists will come out and tell you, well, there were crises in your party during the last election, factions in several states, 2 factions right here in Abia State, and he is saying that that is actually a resultant of the Ponzi scheme in quote being run by your party. So I don't know how you want to respond to this particular huge allegation.
My brother, to start with, there is no faction in Apga. There's no faction in our party. In every political party in Nigeria, during elections, party advertise the sale of their forms, and people come to obtain forms. It is not out of place that people came to Apga and obtain forms, and then whatever happens during the primaries, one person must emerge. Alex Otti that is always making references to Imo. He had no competitor with him in Abia State. How much did he pay to get his form? Did he pay anything extra to get his form? The answer is no. Rather, the party spent money on him to make sure he wins the election. The party gave him 50 million naira, which he never utilized in that election. He doesn't address such issues. How can he be addressing something in Imo State that Imo State have already come together? The people are working together. They are all back in Apga. We are working together in Imo. Look at the palliative that Apga shared in Imo State. It was contributed by those people he is referring to. Let him address his own issue in Abia and forget about talking about Imo, because Imo already has gone back to Apga, knowing fully well that that is a place to be. If Alex is interested in going to any political party, let him go and stop disturbing people and stop talking about Imo State.
Okay.
Imo State are together and working for Apga. Who disturbed him in his own election that made him fail? Who? Ask that question.
Chief, it's surprising that a man who was the governorship candidate of your party in 2015 and 2019, you addressed as a baby politician with no political credentials. And at this point, at what point did he become the man against All Progressive Grand Alliance, knowing that he has been your governorship candidate in the past 2 consecutive gubernatorial polls in Abia State?
My friend, let me tell you, in 2015, Alex was forced on the party by Chief Victor Ume. He was forced on the party by Chief Victor Ume. Fine. We gave our support. We came to Abia State. We won elections. In 2019, when this Oye he's talking about came on board, he came up again, and we said, let's give him a chance, especially the governor of Anambra State. Said, let's give him a chance. He's my colleague in the bank. I want to make sure that I supervise his election and make sure that Abia is secured by Apga. That was why we spent all those money, and that was why we also supported his second candidacy. But my brother, I am talking as an insider who worked with Alex Otti in 2015. He do not have political credentials. Remember that he came up with his Abia friends that wanted to disintegrate the party, that did everything to take over the party. But we refused him because we knew that he would sell the party at last. Just as he came from PDP, why didn't they give them? Why did they give him tickets in PDP? Information we got was that they knew who he is, and they knew that he has nothing to offer PDP. He came into Apga. Apga is a party that is known to be working with the Igbos in the southeast. We gave him the ticket, just as Rochas came when they refused him tickets here and there. We listen to the cries of our people. We want them to be part of the political space in Nigeria. But unfortunately, when they come into Apga and get these positions, it will end in crisis. Why don't we build institutions? Why don't we build Apga? Why must we be running from one party to the other, just as Alex is doing now? Let me say this again. We are not interested in Alex remaining in the party. Since he left, he announced his exit, which he has not even made public, based on his last interview. A lot of politicians in Abia State are calling us to confirm if he has left because they are interested in coming into Apga. Apga has been there before Alex, and it cannot end because Alex is going out. Rather, we will strive. We will do better. 2023 is a time to watch Apga, and we are going to show that the parties are behind Apga.
Okay, let's revisit the allegation. Did Willie Obiano, the governor of Anambra State, forced Victor Oye on the party?
My brother, somebody who do not know Victor Oye can say anything. Victor Oye is a blessing to the party. Victor Oye is a blessing to the party. I am a member of the National Working Committee during Ume's time as the National Vice Chairman Southeast. Now, during Oye's time, I am the Deputy National Chairman South. Victor Oye is a blessing to the party. He came with vision. He came with a mission. The first meeting we had with him, he said it clearly that Apga will own an office of his own before he leaves office. And he did it. We just bought a magnificent office in Abuja. Furnished, well functional now. No other party has done it.
Interesting.
Throughout history, Apga has never had its own office. But he came in and did that.
Okay.
Victor Oye came in and we won elections far north, including Benue, where we have 4 House of Rep members.
Okay, Chief UCHENNA now. I would like to take you back to Imo State now. Good, you've mentioned Imo State because it has continued to remain a reference point for critics. So I would like you to tell us what really happened in Imo State, the issue of how the All Progressive Grand Alliance handled its primaries in that state.
My brother, there has never been any primary that is not criticized. Apga primary is not an exception. We had close to 18 or 19 candidates vying for one position. At the end of it all, I also blame the Imo aspirants then because if many of them were not stooges, which we found out after that primary that they went back to their various parties. If they were not stooges,
okay,
they would have brought in one person as a consensus. Rather, they continue to work differently and eventually spending their money wherever they went to spend their money, and at last a candidate emerged through our primaries. Nobody again forced anybody to go and take the form of Apga. Nobody again forced anybody to go and give anybody money if they gave anybody money. But I am telling you, my brother, that some of those people were brought into Apga to destabilize Apga, and some of them succeeded. Look at somebody like the one that was the former secretary to government of under Emeka Ihedioha. He kept to vie in Apga. What happened? He was sent. So all those things you see there didn't actually come to work for Apga. They came to destabilize us. But they have also been able to realize, real Afghans have realized that those people came to disorganize the party. And we have come together and we are working together and we are going to win Imo State 2023.
So you're saying there are no crises in the All Progressive Grand Alliance. But Chief, just before I let you go this morning, very interesting conversation we've been having. Don't you think the exit of Dr. Alex Otti from your party now may affect the party negatively? He has his supporters that have been supporting him right from 2015 down to this moment, and also a two-time governorship candidate from your party.
I would want you to even answer this question. Why the poor performance in 2019? It was because the glory of Abians departed from him and the glory of God departed from him. Nobody supported him. He knew that it was an imminent failure as far as Abia politics is concerned.
But you gave him your party flag to be the flag bearer of the party.
It does not matter. Willie Obiano was his colleague in the bank, and Willie was not the one that gave him the first ticket. Willie gave him the second ticket, eventually against the will of so many of us, because we know that Chukwu Udensi was a better candidate. We know that Chukwu Udensi has been in the party. We know that Chukwu Udensi has built structures in the party, which Alex inherited in 2015. Chukwu Udensi rented the whole offices in the local governments of the party. But because Sir Victor Ube wanted Alex, and then he got our primaries, he won our primaries, and then we gave him the ticket. But remember that primary, Chukwu Udensi did not contest it. So Alex Otti has always been running the Apga primaries alone. So what is he talking about? What is all these excuses for? It doesn't make any sense. How much money do you spend, you, Alex, on the party? As you are talking, referring to Imo every time. Ask him how much did he spend in the party? Did he give anybody a dime? That was how he went on the propaganda that he bought a bus for the party in 2015. The bus UCHENNA bus by himself. He continued to say that he gave us money in 2015. Alex Otti spent only 3 million naira in the party in 2015. So he does not, you never see him correct an impression that is lie. He never does that. Up to today, the particulars of that boss is still with me. He was claiming that he put let him come and collect it and give them the particulars. So these lies cannot help us. If he's going to APC, let me finish. If he's going to APC, let him quietly go. And not to come and start talking things that does not exist.
Interesting. I want to really appreciate you for your time this morning on the platform, Chief UCHENNA OKOGBUE, the Deputy National Chairman of the All Progressive Grand Alliance. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you. Please stay safe, my brother.
Thank you. All right. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Party politics. Well, how long are we going to continue to have crises in the party, various party structures in Abia State, and of course in Nigeria?
At Flow 94.9 FM, we've got conducive and well-secured environment for business, high-tech video studio, a state-of-the-art production studio. You can also listen live on www.flow949fm.com and watch our videos on YouTube at Flow FM TV. Flow 94.9 FM, not just radio, but a complete broadcasting house.
All right, we're continuing the conversation this morning on the platform on Flow 94.9 FM, the pinnacle of all discussions. And we have Ferdinand Ekeoma, the media aide to Dr. Alex Otti, joining us this morning on the conversation right here on Flow 94.9 FM. Good morning to you, Ferdinand.
Good morning, Michael.
All right, good to hear your voice this morning. Can you confirm whether Dr. Alex Otti is still a member of the All Progressive Grand Alliance?
Of course, he's not. Just like he made his position very clear, recently during an interview that he has left the All Progressives Grand Alliance.
Okay, we're taking a look at squarely at some of the issues raised by your principal, and of course it's been responded to by the other party, the All Progressive Grand Alliance. Now we want to take a look at it squarely. I just spoke with Chief UCHENNA OKOGBUE, the Deputy National Chairman of Apga, and he described your boss as a baby politician with no political credentials, and who was forced on the party, hence Apga's poor run in the previous election. I don't know how you want to react to this, Mr. Ferdinand.
Well, there are things we really do not want to do to start engaging these characters, these very notorious characters, in a war of ways. Because the man that said Alex is a baby politician, we've accepted that with equanimity. Alex is not a professional politician. He's a technocrat. He's grounded. He has proven his mettle. Prior to his joining of Apga, those who were professional politicians, who weren't baby politicians, could not deliver a single seat for Apga. Yet, the baby politician came and did it. The man that is talking knows he does not know anything about leadership. Because what we should be talking about, leadership qualities first. Those are the things that matter. Not even people who answer, I'm a politician. Politics is all about leadership. You have, why you join political party is to have the platform to seek political power. Because without a political party, especially in this country where there is no room for independent candidacy, you require a political party to excel. So first of all, you need to build the structure, the political structure, before you now talk about an election. The OKOGBUE that is calling out a baby politician, can he show you a structure that he has on ground in Abia? He was the one that was given money by Otti in 2014, 2015 to pay for offices. What did he do? He diverted the funds. That was the reason why a petition was written against him to the EFCC. And he started panicking, running, begging up and down. We have facts. He was begging until the leadership of the party, the Governor Bianon and others intervened and pleaded with Otti to withdraw the case, and the case was withdrawn. And if he talks rubbish, the case will be brought up again. You understand? So the issue is this. Alex Otti is not on the same pedestal with these guys. We are not interested in joining issues with them. The Alex Otti they are vilifying is not the only person that is condemning what is happening in Apga. We just made reference to what happened.
Mr. Ferdinand, you're saying you do not want to join issues. Perhaps you should hear the fact that it was also alleged that your principal hijacked the structure of the party.
At what point did they realize that Alex Otti hijacked the structure of the party? How come they didn't raise all these issues? Somebody that hijacked the structure of your party got your ticket in 2015 and also got a ticket in 2019. With all those people at the SWC, let me tell you, the problem is very simple. Going by what they did in Abia, in Imo, in Anambra, where they extorted people, sold nomination forms. Most of the people that bought nomination forms, their names were later removed. I mean, the people that bought nomination forms and won as candidates in some states, their names were later removed. In Imo, they sold nomination forms and did not conduct primaries at all. That was the likes of ABC Transport, Frank Nage of ABC Transport, Stanley Amuche of Zenebank, Okeze, and Numudu, and all the rest of them. They had to take the national leadership to EFCC and to court. Why was it Alex Otti that did that? So we are talking about atrocities that these people perpetrated in the party. In Anambra, you know they don't have anything to do with the wife of our leader, Bianca Odumegwu. They don't have anything because she's the one that nicknamed them Ekperima. And Ekperima means criminal in Igbo language. Ekperima is a criminal.
Are you saying these were the reasons Dr. Alex Otti left All Progressive Grand Alliance?
Exactly. He wasn't the only person. If you go to Imo, if you go to Anambra, a lot of people, this thing happened. And they are said, Alex Otti and others said, after committing these atrocities in the name of Apga, we cannot afford to allow the man who presided over it and others to come back and say they are leading the same party. Let me tell you, Alex Otti has nothing against the All Progressives Grand Alliance. We have a lot of responsible, and selfless individuals in Apga. You understand? So, and we have so much respect for Apga. It's our institution. We cherish Apga. We must continue to uphold Apga. But all I say, Otti is saying, I cannot have anything to do with these characters. Okay. Just like people in Imo and Anambra.
Another issue was raised concerning the party that your principal contributed to the poor performance of the party in the previous elections. That your principal abandoned the structure of the party and worked against the advice of the party and worked with his structure. I don't know how you want to react to that also, Mr. Ferdinand.
There are a bunch of dishonest characters. Let me tell you what they do. They are not even interested in running any party. Their ideas are not in tandem with the ideas of other progressives like Alex Otti and the rest of them, who want the party to be well structured and well built to achieve the purpose for which it was established in the first place. Alex Otti did not hijack anything. I'm making references to states, Imo, Anambra. I'm making references to them. I said, was it also Alex Otti? These problems are very straightforward. In Abia, a lot of guys are contested primaries. Their names were removed. They did not appear as candidates. We went and bought names of some people that did not even take part in the primaries. And this thing was annoying because at that point, Alex Otti was under serious pressure. You understand? And he was in a situation to help a lot of other people. As a leader, you cannot be part of such atrocities because a lot of people were looking up to him. And he was trying to explain, I am not the national chairman, not the state chairman. I am not an official of the party. And Alex Otti was moving up and down, calling the people to order, telling them this is evil. You don't use Apga to do this kind of thing. So it was a cold war that was raging. And at the point, Oye vowed and others vowed that Alex Otti would never get the Apga ticket. At the point, even the national leadership of APC was now begging Otti to come and take the APC ticket. I'm telling you a fact. The former national chairman specifically was not telling Otti to come and take the APC
Are you
ticket.
saying Adam Soshomole backed Alex Otti?
Yes.
During the last election?
Yes. And Otti said, we have people in Apga who've already purchased the nomination forms. And they've spent money. This thing is it's not all about me. God knows what I'm telling you is the truth. It's not about me. If I go to APC now, what happens to these guys? Most of these guys, some of them joined the party because of me. God knows what I'm telling you is 100% true.
Okay,
so when these guys
Chief UCHENNA also spoke on behalf of the party, the All Progressive Grand Alliance, and said that Dr. Alex Otti didn't give anybody anybody a dime, and he should stop going around that he's the one sponsoring the party, that in 2015 only 3 million was given by Dr. Alex Otti during the last election.
You will still see him run when the time comes. That's the truth. Because the overwhelming evidences are there. Okay? The evidences gotten from the bank are there. How the 60-something million. That was what was wired to him. I'm telling you, it affected the money where he was giving money to pay for offices, where he was giving money to pay for ward offices and local government offices and all the rest of them, and to give to people to run the activities of the party. That party
okay,
of the funds.
the president.
So when the time comes,
yes.
when the time comes, listen, they should, when they talk, they should be able to be armed with their facts.
The present offices used by the All Progressive Grand Alliance in Abia State across the 17 local government areas of the state, who rented the apartments or who made provision for those apartments to be rented?
After the lot of 2015 expired, 2016 expired, I think in 2018 or thereabouts, most of the local governments were charged to go and raise the money with the money that has sold in the membership cards to go and hire HJ offices. And that was how some of them got. Otti assisted some. Otti assisted some. For example, the places like Obingwa. Okay, then the state secretariat, Otti has been paying it since 2014 to date. That is a fact that is verifiable.
Okay, now that you've confirmed that your principal is no longer a member of the All Progressive Grand Alliance, I think it will be proper as a politician to state where he's headed now, or probably where he is now.
That will happen in due course. Very soon that will happen.
There are rumors in some quarters that he's heading to the All Progressives Congress.
Very soon we'll make our position very clear. We are determined. Ours is not, to make noise about, the party. The most important thing is for us to organize ourselves. Wherever we are going, it is first, the people first. We must think about the people. Consultations were being made. Ordinarily, we wouldn't be talking about leaving Apga because we believe, in doing it wherever we are, because we've got the support of the people. But because these people are determined to bury the party, even though people are fighting them, they have 3 factional national chairmen, you understand, everywhere. And we are saying we are no longer interested in that kind of thing. But wherever we are going, it will be for the protection of the interests of the people. The people require good and responsible governance. And that is what Alex Otti is poised to bring in for them. So Otti is not your career politician. He has a lot of other very serious engagements. So he will not be joining issues with these people. OKOGBUE was the one that was begging in 2015 to be made the HGA chairman of Bende. You know, a lot of people opposed and said, no, this man doesn't have the competence. And he has proven it. So coming to rant about who is a baby politician, most of them don't have what they are doing, except to come there and abuse Alex Otti, insult him. Before they had that press conference 2 days ago, asked them when last did Apga gather to have a meeting, to hold a meeting. They've not been holding meetings. They've not been doing anything. I mean, their faction, those people that were dislodged, their term expired and they wanted to reinforce themselves, and we are saying no. So they recognize SWC there. Of course, that doesn't concern us again, led by Nkemoko and the rest, are not insulting Alex because they know what Alex Otti did for the opposition Grand Alliance.
All right.
Those people there are only interested in making money. They were giving money to come and stage that press conference. They are having problems with the former national chairman and the rest. They are having serious problems, including that OKOGBUE. But they get these people money to come and hold press conference and abuse the electricity. After that, what happens next? Is that how to run a political party? They are standing by the corner waiting for the state government to announce the conduct of every election. Then they will come and sell nomination forms and defraud people. Our people have learned and they are not ready to be defrauded by any party.
All right, Mr. Ferdinand Ekioma, we really want to appreciate you for your time this morning on the conversation, the platform on Flow 94.9 FM, the media aid to Dr. Alex Otti. Thank you very much for your time this morning.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you. God bless you.
All right, now you know what is happening. You have an idea, and you know the right decisions to make concerning if you're a member of the All Progressive Grand Alliance. But what do you make of some of the revelations on the program this morning? What do you make of some of the allegations, the counter allegations, especially as far as party politics is concerned? In Abia State, the All Progressive Grand Alliance. The lines are very much open. 0808 182 6949 or 0811 605 2949. You can also drop messages on 0906 510 8289. Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Yes, you're welcome.
Yeah, my name is Ojemba. I'm calling you from Omar.
You're welcome, Ojemba.
Yeah. What Chief OKOGBUE was saying is not correct. 2015, OKOGBUE was with Alex Otti. Even in 2019, when Alex Otti want to express interest to run again, OKOGBUE was there at the Madonna. I saw him even myself. So why did he now turn back to come and start tapping aspiration to Alex Otti? It's only when OKOGBUE to get money from Alex, he now started talking against Alex Otti. Like Ferdinand said, under what platform was Apga running election in Abia State before Alex Otti stepped in? I want to tell you that for Alex to leave Apga means that the area, everything that ends with Apga. Apga in Abia State was not making any progress.
All right, quickly wrap up your thoughts, Jemba.
Apga before Alex stepped in. So once the spirit of Alex goes out of Apga, that is the end of Apga in Abia State. Thank you very much.
Hello, good morning to you. I lost that on the SMS line. Ability and capacity to solve problems is one of the attributes of a good leader. If Alex Otti had won election as governor under Apga, he would have stayed put. He had been in PDP, Apga, and now APC. It is arguable whether there are more troubles in Apga than APC, both at state and national levels. That's coming from Ugonna. Hello, good morning to you.
Hello, good morning, Michael.
You're welcome. Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Sir Ike.
You're welcome, Sir Ike.
Without wasting much time, I'll have to go straight to these salient issues raised by the Deputy National Chairman of Apga. Is not in any way in doubt, because personally I know so much about that of imposition, going by the fact that we had somebody like Ofamba who has been a grassroots and a foundation member of Apga, vying for that seat of governorship until Alex Otti left PDP and joined Apga. All of a sudden, emerged as the candidate of Apga. That proves the fact that he was imposed on the people, and at the end of the day, could not deliver. Let us talk about the fact that he could not bring out money. There's nothing we can conclude that, if not to say that Alex Otti has been selfish, going by what he did to this state. This is the same person who said he loved Abia State and what the good of Abia State. You don't stay in PDP, you don't stay in Abga, now you are in APC. What else are you looking for? You should be able to say
it's not been confirmed that he's in APC.
You see the way you want, because he's the same person that wrote a petition against this state from not getting a particular either loan or whatever that is beneficial to this state. And he also promised that he got certain billions of money for a project in Abia. And at the end of the day, now he's not a governor. What happens to that money he said he got? Why wouldn't he still invest it or get the money, invest in the state to show that he loves Abia State? These are the kind of selfishness characters we have in Abia State. Until get people who are interested in the betterment of the state, the state will continue to be better than it is. Thank you and God bless you.
Okay. Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning, Michael.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I am Mr. Osman. I'm calling from Dubai.
All right.
You see, the issue of Alex Otti in 2015, when Alex Otti was doing Alex Otti, contesting the election, what have Apga have done self in other states as a political party? Is it then to be bringing more issues? See, if I have seen that Alex Otti is not very that much serious, say that is in contesting the governorship and everything. Let's also all about Alex Otti, because even say he's not serious-minded himself to be. Even say I don't think he's qualified himself to be in any governorship in our state here. Look at he's saying that they are saying that he don't have any political qualification. So I can say that we let's just forget all about our city now. Let's just concentrate on our governor we have now, because we're very, very proud of our governor now. That was my contribution.
All right. Hello, good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning, Michael.
You're welcome.
Okay. Sorry. My name is Suwako Chidebe.
Okay.
Mike, don't really have much to say then to make my uncle Alex Otti to know that power belongs to God, no matter what it is. You heard what the Deputy National Chairman said about his contribution in the party. One thing I understand in this life is this: you cannot cut your cake and have your cake.
You cannot tell me that somebody like Chukwudensi made that party from 2014 and somebody came from nowhere and hijacked the party. My brother, you cannot be able to make your bed and another person will go and lie on that bed. It's not fair. Let's call a spade and call a hammer a hammer. Now, if Alex Otti, my uncle, thinks that he means well for Ndiaga, ever since this COVID-19 started, what has been his contribution? That is my question every now and then. What has been his own personal contribution as an Abian who is well to do, like others? That is number one. Number two, I know what your boss have done for the people of Isukwuato. Michael, if you're hearing me very well, I know what your boss has done for the people of Abia North. But it's what we really need in Abia State. It's not all about jumping. He was once a member of PDP. We all know that. At a point, he became a member of Apga. Today, in the next couple of days, he'll become a member of APC. Now, if there's any crisis in APC will come out and accuse PDP of plotting Otti to destabilize them. This is not the way to go. I strongly believe that power belongs to God.
All right, quickly wrap up your thoughts.
Thank you and God bless you, my brother. Let us try to put things straight.
0808 182 6949 or 0811 605 2949. Hello, good morning to you.
Hello, good morning.
You're welcome. Good morning.
Yeah, you're speaking with Pastor Jix from Omaya.
You're welcome, Pastor.
Personally, I'm not a politician, but sometimes some of the responses politicians make over the air make some of us to begin to wonder whether they see the masses are all morose, that the intellectuality belongs to them alone. So we are all here in Abia State, and we know the fortunes of Apga was upgraded by the coming of Alex. It's quite indebatable. So that fact remains there. And that Alex jumping from one party to the other, it didn't start today. It's normal with politicians. Even those who have governed the state, at the time they move from one party to the other to achieve their aim. So he has not committed any crime for that. So I would want the two parties to bury their hatchet and not to wash their dirty linens outside. And I'm sure that anywhere Alex goes, he has the support of Abians. He's going to be a very big booster to any other party he joins. That's my contribution.
All right, thank you for your contribution. Hello, good morning to you. We lost that also. We've got messages right here on the SMS line. UC says Apga has lost the most interesting man in Abia. Otti is a man to beat anytime, anywhere. Without Otti, Apga is lost. That's coming from UT. Chukwuemeka, Prince Igwe Chukwuemeka Kalu says Otti's movement to APC is a good move by him. I wish him the best. Okay. Good morning, Mike. Let me tell you, without Alex Otti, there is no opposition in Abia State. Alex is people's choice in Abia, if not because PDP use their style to win Abia. Sami Rakas. Okay, thank you for your contribution. Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning.
You're welcome. Can you speak up, please?
Okay, this is Yusi. I'm calling from Oloko.
You're welcome.
Yes, I want to state clearly that Apga has lost man.
We can barely hear you.
Hello, can you hear me?
Oh, hello, good morning to you. We can barely hear him. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning again.
It's Michael. You're welcome.
Michael.
Yes. You're welcome.
All of them, they are agents of PDP. All of them are response to those people. This OKOGBUE and the other ones. They are all criminals in the party.
Okay, let's not use such words, please. It's very important. Let's be civil with our conversation.
Like in my word, they are only three, only two. Those fashion, they are only two in Ogun. They are no more. State. One in Shalom House. So leave those people. Unless the guy now got this, I'm with you on this I did.
All right.
With this government because in that year, of course, so I had now boss I had Apga. Oh, well, let's go to would you be comfortable man. We need the shot, not the state. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. And that's how far we can go this morning. Many thanks to the producer of the program, Samson Eze. This edition of the platform will be on our YouTube page later. Do enjoy the rest of your day. Coming up top of the hour is Abia State COVID-19 update. My name is Michael Oni.